Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Football Manager 2020 here on the channel with me, Mr. Grand 2, and we're back with Chelsea, and I wish I could say I'd lied down in the dark room for a while after the last episode, but I haven't. I've literally just sat here for about 5 minutes, had a drink, and we're going to carry on. I can't go away. If you don't know what happened in the last episode, go and watch it. It was utterly ridiculous. But we are into the Champions League final now, somehow, despite being 2-0 down. We're also looking good to secure Champions League football. We will do it today if we can beat already relegated bottom of the league Sheffield United at home, which, I mean, given our recent track record, we can beat Real Madrid and Manchester City, but we can't beat Watford or Newcastle. So I'm not massively optimistic. If Man United drop points at any point between now and the end of the season, that will secure it as well. We have also got one final game against Arsenal, but they're looking good to win the title, so we'll see what happens. We might qualify as soon as I hit continue if Crystal Palace can do a number on Manchester United, but if not, we will need to beat Sheffield United today, and they do not. Manchester United do win. Let's just check how that affects the table. They've got one game left and they are 1 point behind us, which means quite simply we need to win today against Sheffield United if we're going to stand the best possible chance of qualification for the Champions League. Alright, goodness me, Tottenham have lost. Let's see how that's affected the table. They're still on 80 points, which means if Arsenal win their game, which is presumably tomorrow, they will win the league, which means they will be in celebratory mood when we face them. It also means that we could potentially finish, if we win our match, we can move up to second. This season is very strange. Sheffield United, we're at home. We're going to go with this system, of course we are. The team is as you would expect: Kepa, Emerson, Tomori, Rudiger, James, Jorginho, Mount, Kante, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, and Tammy Abraham. They've just beaten Real Madrid 3-0. They've just beaten Manchester City 2-0. Surely we've got enough about us to beat Sheffield United. With respect, they've got Billy Sharp up front. He'll get a hat-trick today. Phil Jagielka, he's 37, pace of 9. He's going to get a 9 rating, I can tell. We should be winning this. We should be. I expect you to win. No one cares, apart from Reece James. That's always good. If we don't win this, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Right, we're going to stick on a balanced approach for now. We may have to go more attacking because I do think Sheffield United are set up very, very defensively today. Anything will do. Deflection. Tammy Abraham penalty. Not that kind of deflection. We get away with it. Emerson. Of course, Sheffield United have nothing to lose. They're already relegated. Emerson has been... I think he's been... he has been fouled by Emil Kraft. It's a penalty which Tammy's going to take. Can he get 3 in a row? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. You are keeping that job. We've got the lead. Tammy Abraham is on fire at the moment. It just puts his hands on his hips. The arrogance of the man. I love to see it. 5 minutes till half-time. Emerson with a free kick from deep, straight to Christian Pulisic, rushing on for his 10th goal of the season. Looked a little bit offside, but I think he was just incredibly quick. Very quick. High jump kick finish past a despairing Dean Henderson. It's 2-0 and we're up to second at the moment. Other teams aren't playing, so sort of a formality of the league table. But goodness me, this is good. We are looking like we're there. Keep it up for another 45 minutes. Do not do what you did against Newcastle United, and we will be safely into the Champions League next season. Christian Pulisic with a corner, headed away by Phil Jagielka. He's tried his best as Phil. He's tried his best. There's still 20 minutes left though, so let's not slag anyone off just yet. A third goal would, I think, would seal it. Kante to Hudson-Odoi. He puts it across to no one in particular. Billy Sharp has been taken off. He's not got his hat trick. Another failed prediction from me. Mason Mount to Christian Pulisic. It looks like we're enjoying ourselves, but we mustn't get complacent. Don't do anything stupid. Reece James on the right hand side, back to Pulisic. Someone put the ball across. Hudson-Odoi is there for his 9th goal of the season. Both wingers on the score sheet today. The entire front three on the score sheet today, and that's a big sigh of relief. Missed header. Hudson-Odoi can't miss. Even he can't miss from there. As much as he'd like to hit the side netting from that angle. It's 3-0, it's game, it's set, it's match. We are safely into the Champions League. We can relax. Whatever happens against Arsenal, it's not going to happen. But technically, we can still win the league. If Arsenal don't win their game in hand, I don't know who they're playing, but if they don't win their game in hand, then actually we can win the league on the final day of the season, which is absurd, but I don't think they will. I think they're probably going to win their game in hand and therefore wrap up the title with a game to spare. But we've done what we needed to do. We've saved our job. We've saved our job. I don't think we were going to get sacked if we didn't qualify for the Champions League, but we definitely won't be sacked now. 23 shots. They didn't have a single shot on target. Poor Sheffield United. What a difference. What a difference a simulated reality makes. In real life, they're not in any danger of relegation, having a great old season this year. They've been, pretty much outclassed. We are into the Champions League, though. We are safely there, and that is all we needed to do. Board set initial budgets, £141 million to spend, with 3.4 million in the wage budget, which isn't too bad at all, is it? Obviously, some players will be leaving. We're definitely going to let Pedro go. We're probably going to let Willian go, actually, get 2 new wingers in. We'll see what happens. The problem with that is we're going to lose both of them on freeze. So I might have to keep Willian, but Pedro will definitely be leaving. We've done it. Brighton have been relegated as well. Let's have a full look. I think, they've gone. Between Aston Villa and Southampton for the final relegation spot, Newcastle could still be relegated, but I don't think that's very likely given they got an extra game. The top 6 is the top 6. That is going to be set. But it will be Manchester United and Liverpool fighting out for the last Champions League spot. Man City are going to have to settle for the Europa League. So it comes down to the game against Arsenal, which will probably be meaningless unless something interesting happens in the meantime with their game in hand. I don't know who they're playing. Oh, goodness me. They are playing Liverpool. Wow. Okay. This just got interesting. If Liverpool win, then we will still be able to win the title on the final day of the season against Arsenal. However, it will probably come down to goal difference. So we need a big Liverpool win. Let's see what happens. Arsenal will probably win 1-0. I thought it was it there. Let's see what's going to happen. Liverpool have won 1-0. I didn't even think about how that would affect them. They've beaten Arsenal 1-0. They still have another game in hand, which means if they win that, they'll be on 84, and it will therefore be meaningless what we do against Arsenal. If Liverpool lose that game in hand, we can still win the league on the final day of the season if we beat Arsenal by 5 goals. So that's not going to happen. Hopefully Liverpool can just win their game in hand. Then they'll be on 84. We won't be able to catch that, and at least it will mean nothing except denying Arsenal the title. And given the choice of the two, Liverpool are obviously our rivals. I don't know. In real life, I'd actually quite like Liverpool to win the league this season because I think they kind of deserve it. Arsenal obviously are London rivals. I don't want them to do well, but then I don't want Liverpool to be really happy going into the Champions League final. Yeah. Who knows? Let's just see what happens with Liverpool's game in hand. Right, Liverpool's game in hand is against 14th place Burnley. At home, you'd think that they would win this. They don't. What is up? What is happening today? What is this save? A 0-0 draw for Liverpool. They could have moved into pole position. They don't. Oh my days. Right, okay, it's not all wrapped up. Spurs are still in this as well. It's still technically a 4-way fight for the league title. Arsenal still obviously in pole position, but they need to beat us to guarantee it. Liverpool just need to win their game, and if Arsenal slip up, Spurs can still do it, although their goal difference is rubbish. Liverpool's goal difference is massive, so that's going to help them, but Arsenal's is within touching distance. It's just madness. Right, let's have to look. We have to have a look. Who do Liverpool play? Who do Spurs play? Liverpool are away at already relegated Brighton. Spurs are at Manchester United. It's looking like Liverpool are going to do it. Despite dropping the points there. Well, Gareth Southgate's named his England squad, and he's taken Tammy Abraham and Reece James, which is great to see. Not taking Callum Hudson-Odoi, not taking Fikayo Tomori, not taking Mason Mount. He is taking Ruben Loftus-Cheek though, despite the fact he's only started 3 games, and Mason Mount's played ahead of him in the same position all season long. So, well done, Gareth. He's taking Phil Jones though. He's taking Che Adams as well, who scored 6 goals and got 3 assists. Jack Grealish going as well. HITC Sports will not be happy. So it's come to this, a Simpsons clip show. I mean, the final day of the season. We're playing Arsenal. All we can do is beat them. And even if we don't win the title, which is, I would say, pretty unlikely given the balanced probabilities, we've definitely secured top 4 football. And if we beat them, we will be denying them the title. And that, if nothing else, will be very, very funny. So, I mean, we could rotate a little bit, but I mean, when is the Champions League final? Quite a way away, so we don't have to worry too much. Given that we do still have a nominal chance, we might as well just go for it. And this is going to be an interesting experiment. I'm going to stick with this system rather than playing the vertical tiki-taka. I would normally play that away from home against the stronger teams, but it kind of let us down recently. Be interesting to see how we get on using the more sort of attacking setup away from home. Of course, if it doesn't work, we just go back to the vertical tiki-taka. We have got a former Chelsea player, of course, in the Arsenal back line, Sideshow Bob himself, David Luiz. He does love a bit of comedy defending sometimes. Hopefully that will help us out today. Although, I mean, just go out there and enjoy yourselves, boys. It's the most meaningful game in history, I think. Obviously, we could win the league, but it's not very likely. So we might as well just enjoy ourselves. And Mason Mount driving forwards with a shot early on round the post. Man United are beating Tottenham, which is keeping our forlorn title hopes alive. That's not going to help them though. Aubameyang clear on goal, but Kepa makes a fine flying save. Saka puts the ball in from the corner, and Mesut Ozil trying to work it around. Arsenal looking pretty lively at the moment. Lacazette with a shot which cracks the woodwork. We managed to clear it away though. Torreira with a free kick in, and it's been bundled in by Bukayo Saka, 11th goal of the season. Arsenal using their youth academy as well, which is good for the future of football in this country, that's for sure. And I'm not sure who headed that on. I think it was David Luiz. But Arsenal currently now in the box seat for the title. We should hang on. We need to hang on. We don't need this right now. Latest scores, put them on there. Wherever they are, there they are. So Liverpool still drawing. We know Tottenham are losing, but more importantly, we're losing, and that means that Arsenal are going to have the title. Well, Arsenal looking to come forwards again. We haven't really done much, it's fair to say. I think maybe we should have gone with the other system, and maybe I should have just stuck to my guns on that one. Who knows? To be honest, I'm not really bothered. I'm just thinking about what system we use for the final. That's a horrendous mistake from Bernd Leno. And Tammy, unfortunately, is unable to capitalise. We do get a corner out of it, though. Mason Mount puts the ball in towards Tammy. He doesn't get it this time. And Arsenal can now break from this. But we fully pile on Aubameyang. Get the ball back. Christian Pulisic, though, can't find a cross. Great defending from Kieran Tierney. I mean, we could switch to the more defensive system. But the thing is, there's not really much point at this stage because we're already behind, if that makes sense. We'll go positive, why not? Tomori's not having the best match. He's obviously upset about not going to the European Championships. We'll have to take him off for Christensen. Mount with a free kick, which has come straight to Arsenal. Lacazette is on his bike. Look at him go all the way down. Finds Saka, and there's Torreira with a shot. Liverpool are still drawing, which I mean, it's not enough. Even if we were to score a couple of goals, Arsenal are still going to win the league on goal difference. Tammy Abraham, he's on his bike now. Can he find a cross? Yes, he can, to Jorginho. Reece James, and Torreira's got him, bounced it off. Lucky bounce. Lacazette's in. Kepa just about tips it around the post. Right, 10 minutes to go, and I mean, it's done really. We needed to, whatever happens in the other games, we needed to win this game by like 5 goals, which was always unlikely. So I think at this stage we might as well just make a few changes. We'll bring on Willian. We'll bring on Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well, because he needs some match fitness before the European Championships. Arsenal are looking to come forwards through Lacazette. There's Ceballos, and there's a shot, and it's 2-0. And Arsenal are going to win the Premier League unless Liverpool can get a goal against Brighton. Arsenal somehow, despite having David Luiz in their back line, Arsenal are going to win the Premier League, and that is just quite funny, really. It's just quite funny. It's all about Liverpool now. Can they get a late winner against Brighton, or are they going to be going into the Champions League final with broken Hearts. Once again, it doesn't look like they're going to do it. There's not been a late goal. The celebration animation is playing, not that we can see it. I need to set it up so we can see that. But you know what that means. Arsenal have won the Premier League in the first season, which is baffling to me. Absolutely baffling. But there we go. There we go. We've got an achievement for Iron Curtain. What does that one mean? You have conceded the least goals over the entire season. Well, that's nice, isn't it? That's very nice indeed. We could do with scoring a few more, but very good defensively overall. The league is finished 80 points, and we finish in third place. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all, considering all we wanted was to qualify for the Champions League. The fact that we took the league title to the last day is pretty good. Liverpool have to settle for second once again. I mean, that was in their hands really, wasn't it? 2 back-to-back 0-0 draws against Brighton, who've already been relegated, and Burnley, who finished 14th. Not ideal for them. We come third. Tottenham getting the last Champions League spot just despite the fact that they lost to Manchester United. United and City will have to settle for the Europa League then. Very disappointing season for Manchester City. Leicester the best of the rest. Not doing as well as they've done in real life. And Villa, Brighton and Sheffield United will be dropping down into the Championship. Norwich have survived. Somehow Southampton survive. Newcastle survive as well. Goodness me, what a season it has been. And thank you very much if you have enjoyed even a single moment of it. It's not over yet as far as we're concerned. We've got the Champions League final to look forward to against the holders of severely wounded Liverpool, who have just binned off the league title that they so desperately crave. But I think winning the Champions League will make up for it for them. If we can win it, it would cap what has been a remarkable season. But whatever happens in that game, it's been a fantastic year. We've achieved everything we set out for in terms of reaching the Champions League. We won the League Cup as well, and we've managed to do it with me somehow using my own tactics for the entire thing. Well, and the basic preset, but with a few tweaks. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss that Champions League final, and I will see you for that next time.